So I just got back from a running race. I got back from 2 running races this morning. There was a 5K on locally and a 5K on down the road. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Which one do I choose? So I thought, I'll choose them both and I'll win them both. So I went to the first race, won that. We flew at the finish line. We jumped straight in the car, didn't get a cool down. Drive to the next race, register, start, won that. So I won 2 5K running races this morning, an hour apart. Well, people go, well, you must be on the paleo diet. Paleo diet for triathletes is the discussion of today. Paleo diet, man. So anyway, so I was at the race after the second win, and I was talking to a lovely lady there, and we were talking a bit about triathlon and stuff, because there's a triathlon tomorrow. And we're at the presentations in a hotel restaurant, and I noticed she was getting a plate of green vegetables and 2 eggs, chicken periods on the plate, delivered to a table. I said, wait, is that for your dog or something? Like, what are you going to do with that? And she goes, oh, that's what I eat. And I'm like, where's the carbs, man? Where's the carbs? And she's like, well, I don't eat carbs. And I'm like, what? You don't eat carbs, man. You eat carbs, man. Everybody's got to have some carbs. Otherwise, you could be in ketosis. She goes, yeah, that's the point. I'm in ketosis. I don't eat carbs. And I'm like, you just did the 5K race. Yeah, it's a pretty slow time, but she did the 5K race. I'm like, you have to have had some carbs. There's no way you can run 5 kilometers when you're in ketosis. You got to be doing it in 30 minutes or something. There's no way you can do it. And she's like, no, I don't eat any carbs. And I'm like, when's the last time you had carbs? And she's like, oh, this morning I had sweet potatoes. I'm like, so you eat carbs, so you're not in ketosis. She's like, well, I guess I'm not. I'm like, yes, you're not. So having a dietary debate, and I said to her, so you must be on a shitload of caffeine. Because if you're not eating that much carbs, you're going to need caffeine and stimulants to keep going. She says, I don't drink coffee. I'm like, whose coffee's out on the table? Oh, that's mine. I'm like, we don't drink coffee. So you don't eat carbs, we had carbs this morning. You don't drink coffee, we got coffee on the table now. So what we can see is nobody does the paleo diet, man. That is, in athletic world, that is impossible to do. You cannot lift weights if you're in ketosis. Even Mark Sisson admits you cannot be a competitive athlete if you follow the paleo primal diet, because it is virtually impossible. He says, Mark Sisson, he should fucking know, man. The dude was like a 220 marathoner back in the day on his high carb diet, and now he admits, well, when you eat low carb, there's no way you can be competitive. Zero, zilch, nada. Because when you're in ketosis, you can't do shit. You get who's the top triathletes around, you know, Raylet brothers or McCormack or Alexander or blah, 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 you know, Granger, everyone. Do they eat fucking low carb? They're smashing in the carbs. What happens when they run out of carbs in the Kona or something like that? What happens? Do they get better? They get fucking... You give me the world's fastest runner, I'll beat them in any running race over 5K if they're in ketosis. I'll beat Haley Gabriel-Celesi, man. I'll smash anyone. If they're doing the paleo diet, I'll smash anyone. Because when you're in ketosis, you can't do shit. You can't do shit. You can sprint 100 meters, but even then, you need the ATP. Look at the Krebs cycle. Educate yourselves. Look at the Krebs cycle. ATP produced primarily glucose. All right?
If you want to be fast, a good diet is essential. For me, it's fruits. Every time. The taste of victory.
I eat 16 ripe banana every day, so I have to build it up back. And for me, it works. It's more energy.
That's why I always find a paleo diet for triathletes. How do you do that, Harley? So you see people driving down the street, they've got their helmet on backwards, and you say, hey, mate, your helmet's backwards. I know what I'm doing, mate. Just leave me alone, mate. Move on. You know? I see people that all the time, they've got their helmet on backwards, and you tell them, like, oh, fucking who are you, mate? You think you know, man? Some of them say, oh, really? Thanks, mate. Thanks for telling me. Paleo diet for triathletes is like wearing your heart rate strap on your forehead. So you got your Garmin strap and you rest on it, and you got to fucking run like that. Put it around your ears, man. That's how paleo diet works, man. Your fucking Garmin strap on your head. It's like if you're running the track You get your spikes out of your matumbos, you take your spikes out, and you put them inside your shoe, so when you're running up and down, you got the fucking spikes cutting into your feet. That's what the paleo diet for triathletes is like. It's like getting a freaking mask and wearing this instead of sunglasses while you're riding your bike along. This is the paleo diet for triathletes. Bam! You're going to have a big crash. You're going to have a glucose exhaustion crash. You're going to be running on stimulants, man. Paleo diet for triathletes is like getting your fancy schmancy bike. You got your carbon aero bars on. Instead of having them like that, what you're going to do is you're going to put your aero bars. You're going to put your aero bars on your forks. You're going to put your aero bars down here. That's the paleo diet for triathletes. I mean, I'm passionate about this one, if you can't tell already. It is just like the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. I'm going to be a better athlete if I'm in ketosis. Like, that's just like, fuck. The paleo guru, Mark Sisson, admits you can't be a competitive athlete if you're in ketosis. He admits that. But then I meet people like, hey, I'll be a better athlete if I'm like, I just got no idea. The people who write the books are telling you this will fuck up your athletics. You can't do this if you're on ketosis. You can't do it. Even the paleo guru, Lauren Cordain, on the back of his book, he's got this picture of a slim physique, but in real life he's a fatso. Now, just because he's fat and almost obese doesn't make him a bad person. Just because he can't run around the block or even run a sub 10-minute mile probably doesn't make him a bad person. I'm just saying. So I'll put a link down below to a video showing you what the Paleo Primal Diet Gurus long-term look like. Now, Sally Fallon, she's a long-termer. Lauren Cordain, long-termer. The Zone Diet dude, long-termer. Wheat Belly guy, long-termer. These people are long-termers on the low-carb thing. Overweight, out of shape. Now, I don't know about you, but I like to be lean, race cut. And it's fucking loading up on the fat and animal protein is going to make you bloated, heavy, and in ketosis. Like, what the fuck are you going to do when you're in ketosis? So, if I had to write a diet plan for any competitor, I'd straight away paleo diet. Say, hey man, drink coconut oil when you're on the bike and make sure you have bacon and eggs before a fast race. Make sure you have a big amount of protein for that fast race, man, because you're going to need that protein. Have that steak in the back of your jersey, just gnawing it halfway through. Just get that fat and fucking protein in as much salt as you can because you want to have that water retention. Put on 10 pounds a week. That's what I'd recommend for my competitors to eat. Paleo diet, definitely. So bottom line, paleo diet review. Paleo diet is a crock of shit. There's not a single professional athlete out there who eats a low-carb diet. Everyone eats high carb. Everyone eats high carb. There's no question about it. There's no question about it. The only people going to paleo diet are noobs who don't understand basic human chemistry. What we're seeing now, though, we're seeing professional athletes who are doped up, who are going on the vegan program or the raw vegan program. They're doing that. They're playing around with that. No one's playing around with fucking low carb because everyone who's fit will go, dude, are you serious? Low carb? Drinking coconut oil? Only the noobs will believe that shit. Only gullible people or ignorant people will believe that. And I'm not here to make fun of anyone. I'm just trying to highlight the idiocy of it all. Like, people just get sucked into these fads. I'm talking to this lady, lovely lady, and I'm saying, what's your cholesterol like? She's my cholesterol's fine. And I'm like, when's the last time you had it tested? Oh, you know, like recently. And I was, how long ago did you have your cholesterol tested? Oh, a few years ago. And I'm like, a few years ago? Oh, fuck. Well, you better get your cholesterol checked every month, man. You gotta get your heart disease factors every month. Homocysteine, cholesterol, uric acid, triglycerides, lipemia, lipidemia. Get those levels checked, man, because you're on the recipe for heart attack. Heart attack. The paleo diet, primal diet, heart disease diet. 100%. I said, well, she goes, oh, my cholesterol's going to be fine. I said, man, like, you're living in fairy tale world. Where is all that cholesterol going with your eater every day? Where's it going? She goes, oh, I don't know. I'm like, where's it going? She's like, I don't really believe that cholesterol thing. And I'm like, so why does people get high cholesterol? She's like, oh, it's sugar. And I'm like, well, how come people in Indonesia, China, Asia, Southeast Asia, Thailand, Cambodia have low cholesterol when they're eating the traditional high sugar, high carbohydrate diet? Low fat, low protein. Why do they have low cholesterol typically? And she's like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, I'll tell you why. Because it's a fucking diet low in cholesterol. Why do all the people that I mentor and coach, we put them on a zero cholesterol diet, cholesterol drops down over time? Why? Why? Look at the long-term picture. Weston A. Price, dead of heart disease, 58. Dr. Atkins, dead, obese, 258 pounds, chronic heart disease. Read on the internet what's out there. Read the autopsy reports. Read what his wife said. Read the medical reports where Dr. Atkins was admitted for heart disease, heart attack, hospital prior to his death. Diagnosis, medical diagnosis, chronic atherosclerosis. So I thought they wrap that up. Paleo diet for athletes, paleo diet, primal diet for triathletes. Even the gurus admit it can't be done. That it's going to destroy your athletic career, destroy your athletic goals, inspiration. Paleo diet, what's the paleo diet good for? The paleo diet is good for your dogs. If you have a dog, feed it meat and vegetables. That's all the paleo diet's good for. Not a single athlete on earth can sustain a low carbohydrate diet. I've raced around the planet. I've trained with some of the top athletes on the planet, from power athletes to runners to Kenyans to cyclists to Lance, whoever. I've trained with all the best, man. I've worked in the gym a long time. I've worked in this game a long time, and I've never, ever met anyone who does low carb. And as an athlete, even people who say they eat low carb, but then you look what they actually do, they're eating high carb, they're eating carbs. So there's no one out there. No one out there. I'll post out a lot of presentation where Dr. McDougall just totally fucking debunks the whole paleo, fad, primal, low carb, gimmicky thing. I'll post that in the video responses down below, so check it out. Get educated or get medicated. Thanks for watching. Post your comments and questions down below. How the fuck can a vegan of 11 years win 2 running races in one morning in the Gold Coast, Australia, where this is like runner capital? How can that be?
But carbs make you fat, don't they? Carbs make you fat.